Greetings and welcome back to Room 303 in our chats with Emily as we're calling our readings through the poetry of Emily Dickinson, and contained in the Johnson edition. We turn now to poem 177, Necromancy Sweet. There is a level of near blasphemy in Emily's poetry at times, and certainly we're going to see it here. We are back to poem 115, God as Necromancer, and as we commented in that set of in that lecture, it's pretty radical, the language that sometimes Emily will choose. Our assumptions are that you have been following our stuff at learnstrong.net. Down the left-hand side, Chats with Emily, our playlist. I'm also hopeful that you've already studied our introductory set of comments and the preceding 176 poems we just finished on the Little Heart's Ease. Now, here is another theodicy, as we mentioned in our introductory set of comments, our big five, the last being theodicy. Why must there be pain? Why must there be suffering? And is there anyone who can help to resolve that question? Maybe it is God, the necromancer, the wizard. Necromancy sweet, wizard erudite, teach me the skill that I instill the pain surgeons assuage in vain, nor herb of all the plain can heal. Now, this is, of course, much like Job in the biblical account, a longing, a calling, a begging for some kind of answer to the question of what she called titanic pain, you'll remember in 175. In other words, there is a pain that surgeons cannot take away. Notice the use of We've commented that this is a very American kind of usage. We've seen it already a number of times. Necromancy Sweet. We saw this in poem 115. We will see it again in poem 1170 as well, the other time that she uses this phrase. Her use of the word sweet suggests that necromancy can in fact be at times useful. Wizard erudite. In other words, I'm looking for somebody that can help me. I need a wizard that gives me some knowledge. We'll see in poem we saw in poem 122 the wizard fingers. In poem 291, we'll also see this use of the word wizard. And then the longing to be taught. Teach me the skill. Emily, again, as we said in our introductory set of comments, as pedagogue. We'll see this when we meet poem 261. Put up my lute, what of my music, since the sole ear I care to charm, passive as granite laps my music, sobbing will suit as well as psalm. Would but the Menon of the desert teach me the strain that vanquished him when he surrendered to the sunrise, maybe that would awaken them. This idea of longing to be taught. Why? That I instill the pain. It's interesting, instill. Surgeons assuage in vain, nor herb of all the plain can heal. This idea of herbs will take us back to Emily's love of flowers. Makes us think about, doesn't it, Friar Lawrence in Romeo and Juliet 2. You'll remember that it will be, we've commented on this elsewhere, in East Coker 4, the wounded surgeon plies the steel that questions the distempered part. Beneath the bleeding hands we feel the soft compassion of the healer's art, resolving the enigma of the fever chart. I think that when Eliot wrote those lines from East Coker 4, I think he was playing around with this set of lines maybe. What is the message here at 2A? Well, I think our argument is that sometimes pain just can't be so easily resolved or understood. It's just too great, maybe a loss for her. At 2B, I love her use of here. At 3A, of course, as we commented, East Coker 4. And finally at 3B, what was for you a pain that you struggled to get beyond? As we've said, Emily's theodicy is stop asking, why did this happen to me? And learn to ask, ergo teach me, why did this happen for me? I think that's fundamental to Emily's view of the theodicy question. I hope reading Emily's poetry is helping you to find your way to an observation or two like that. Thank you.